now it's Christopher Bell out in front. Ty Gibbs running second to him. Working around this somewhat wet track now.
And coming to an intersection here as we put the clock in. Remember, it's now a timed race, 31 minutes and 30 seconds. When they see that mark, next time by will be the white, then the checker. So a couple laps after the clock. Coming 2-3 to go. The question now is, does anybody dare pit before the end of stage 2 under green to put slicks on? Earlier, it was about a 97-second lap time that seemed to make sense. They're at about 102 seconds, so still 5 seconds slower. No takers so far. I think it's just too wet to gamble, but maybe if you're in the back, maybe somebody with no track position will do something. There you go, the 3 comes, 33, the 9 of Chase Elliott. This is the move. You have to do something. Oh, the 8, this is like everybody follow to pit road, Kim.
Yeah, and you saw the 9 of Chase Elliott. Alan Gustafson said we got to do something different strategy-wise. It was who could get the slicks on first. They wanted to be one of the first. Chase Elliott with 4 fresh, slick Goodyear tires. Sunoco Fuel, Dave.
Kyle Busch's radio has been alive with the discussion, and so he brings the 8 car to pit road. Will this help him make the miracle he needs for the 2024 season? 4 slick Goodyear tires going on this Chevrolet.
So now the question is, that was about 10 or 12 cars. Pit road will be closed when this man, Christopher Bell, hits the start-finish, unless he chooses to pit. Remember, because he's the leader, because he's closing pit road at 2 to go, he still has the option to pit. I think, Jeff, he has to come this time.
Yeah, it's a very interesting call.
Bell, we're going to have to pit this time.
There you go. There they come. But I just do want to make note that we don't have a drying lane like we saw earlier in the race. It's definitely getting there, but it's taking longer this run than it did early when it rained. But I think if you're going to win this race, the first one to slicks is going to get it done.
And you heard him, we have to pit. Not that we want to pit, but the other teams forced our hand. They know a yellow's coming. So here's Bell, the 54, also going to follow of Gibbs, Gilliland, Nemechek, Reddick. I think everyone's going to come. I'd be shocked if anyone stays on the racetrack. Look at this. It looks like it's caution flag. Everybody's coming to pit road, Dave.
And Steve, this was the call as the drivers gave their feedback. Ty Gibbs hitting his pit stall. The track is not great. It's not great for slicks. They're going to have to be extremely careful as they lead here. Remember,
turn
Gibbs.
6, Austin Dillon is in the tire barrier. He locked it up, and he too has made contact here in 6.
He keeps rolling, and they stay green, Dave.
And there's Christopher Bell. He's got his 4, and he's gone now as well. Bell, the leader of 14 laps so far today. Ty Gibbs, 17 laps. So those leading Toyotas are going to try to make it work from here.
And they're going to have to work gingerly around this racetrack now with these slicks. You see the 20 already. The back fishtailing behind it.
Yeah, because there's still 2 laps to go. 4.4 miles out there on ice, on slick tires, slipping and sliding. You see how much more grip the 10 car has than the 20. That's just the tire difference. The 4 off again. This is in turn 1. It's been a long afternoon in the rain.
Yeah, Josh Berry struggling as we see Noah Gregson work his way through 4. And back to 5, and they're headed back toward you. Joey Hand out in front of this field.
Christopher Bell just tiptoeing into 20, coming out of turn number 5, being passed by Daniel Hemrick, Harrison Burton. Now, this will be the real test. He's got to blow this car down to get into turn 6. Turn 6 is not dry. He's going to ease it on in, but he's got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 47 breathing down his neck. Bell, sideways, coming out of 6, downhill to 7.
Guys all on slick. Everybody around you is on wet tires. Don't worry about them. Just keep the 54 behind you.
That was great information. He did not understand what he had on tires compared to all those guys that were passing him. What he was told was, don't worry about them. The 54, keep them behind you. That is our race. That's how we're going to win it. These other guys, we're not racing them right now. Do not get yourself in trouble.
You get Joey Hand scored as the leader. He's out front. Alex Bowman.
And the counter argument, Rick, what is Joey Hand staying on the racetrack for? Well, it wouldn't shock me if he finishes stage 2 and stays on wets. And he said, we're driving right by you guys on slicks. We know we have to get on slicks eventually, but if we are 3, 4, 5 seconds a lap faster than you to start the next stage, I can gap 30, 40 seconds. I can come and pit and blend and still be better than those guys that started on slicks.
Steve, how far do you think you could go on wet weather tires when we know there's a clock? We know there's an end to this race. It's 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes from now.
It's really the speed crossover, right? It's really when do wet weather tires become slower. You see right now, though, Joey Hand leads, but Alex Bowman, he's thinking this stage win would be very important. That is a team that is looking to be pretty decent in the playoffs, looking at points. He's not locked in by any means, so a lot of very important points at the end of this stage. How much is he willing to push it to pass the 60 on the right? You see the footwork of Joey Hand. Right foot brake, or right foot gas, left foot brake, a very more normal NASCAR setup. Oh, look at the 48, Rick, he's on him.
Can he get by? This is the final lap, and Joey Hand looks like he's going to be able to outrun Bowman. Bowman tries to go to the inside, but Joey Hand is going to win stage 2. Alex Bowman finishing in second there for stage 2. That's first career stage win for Joey Hand. Brad Keselowski third. Carson Hocevar and Martin Truex Jr. These are drivers that still are on wet weather tires, did not come before pit road closed. Gregson Hemrick, Stenhouse Jr., Harrison Burton. And 10th is going to be Denny Hamlin.